Thanks to dashcam footage, the officer cited the Chrysler driver at fault for failure to yield. The camera is still waiting to hear back from insurance for the repair cost. The white sedan driver was hit by the speeding biker. The state trooper that arrived said this was an open and shut case because the biker was passing the lane of cars and the driver signaled prior to turning. Initially, the camera was going to be at fault, but because that driver was drunk, he was arrested and cited and was at fault. This was that driver's third DUI offense. The truck turned right from the left lane into the camera's lane. Thanks to the camera's quick action, he mitigated most of the damage and just had minor damages done to his car.
Held practice this morning and head coach Ron Rivera back on the field for the first time since the team's announcement Thursday that he has squamous cell cancer. Rivera was blunt when assessing his team's performance today, calling it unacceptable, adding, "We did that today."
The camera slightly overtook to pass the cyclist because the law states there should be a 3-foot clearance. The truck apparently got really worked up over this and tried to cut off the camera, but the camera prevented him from doing so.
Why would she do that, DDS TV? Why?
The driver knew that the camera was filming for DDS TV, and instead of waiting for the camera to pass, she cuts him off so she can be part of the video. To answer his question, that's why.
Are you still sticking by that, Ronnie? Like, I deserve some notice. I mean, I am starting to interview.
I did. I told.
You're is that? I mean, I felt like it was sort of vague still. I wanted to.
The sedan driver clearly committed a hit and run, as you can see with the frontal damage. The officers eventually caught that driver. Trying to outrun the cops is always a terrible idea. The driver got out of the left turn only lane right in front of an officer and then ran a solid red light. It's like she was begging to get pulled over. The camera's cousin turned left at the light when it turned green, but the car ran a solid red light T-boning the Hummer and, from what it looks like, completely totaling it. The camera admits that this commotion was his fault, but he did this to school the Audi driver to not skip traffic and cut the line and to think that they're better than others. Do you agree with what he did or disagree? The Ford Focus was T-boned after failing to yield to the flashing yellow light. Thankfully, all drivers were okay.
I don't know if it's worth it because I don't know how long. Oh boy! I don't know how long I'm gonna. I wonder if their car died. How long I'm gonna stay there or just not paying attention? What's happening here? Oh.
Oh God!
What the hell was that?
Holy sh**. Good one for DDS.
The Subaru was disabled for some reason, and as soon as that driver was able to get it started up again, he ran a solid red light into oncoming traffic, most likely to end up on DDS TV. The driver must have been distracted as he made no effort to stop and rear-ended the vehicle in front of him. The camera circled back and ensured everyone was okay. The Mazda driver must have had some bald tires. Pair that with wet roads and you have a recipe for disaster. Thankfully, the driver managed to avoid any collisions and pulled over safely. The driver failed to check their mirror and sides and sideswiped the camera's new car. Unfortunately for the camera, the other driver did not speak English or had a license. The camera is still waiting to hear back from her insurance.
Are you kidding me?
Turn slight right to Waterbridge Road.
The driver couldn't drive 2 miles further to go to a gas station and decided to let her rip in the middle of the street. This is illegal in every state, and if convicted, one could be registered as a sex offender. Definitely never do this. Thankfully, because the camera was alert, she managed to check if the lanes next to her were clear before proceeding and swerved in the nick of time, preventing an accident.